Again, I want to start off by just saying, hope your Lent is going well, and again, provide some encouragement. If it hasn't been going so well, just to keep trying and try again, wherever you might be lacking in the sacrifices that you said you'd make, or prayer you said you'd take on, or almsgiving that you said you'd do. Whatever it is, it's not too late to start. Just go ahead and pick yourself up and keep trying. That being said, this gospel today, at least for me, so I'm praying this a little bit before Sunday, really is adding to my prayer earlier today. So earlier today, I was praying with the Hallow app, and one of the things that stood out to me was this idea of the armor. Someone stronger comes, right? Takes his armor and then distributes the spoils. But when I was praying on that, I was thinking about how Jesus is that stronger person that came, right? He doesn't attack us, though, but he does present himself, and we should give up that armor and kind of surrender to Jesus. And I was thinking about the things in my life where I might not necessarily be as willing to give up the armor. You know what I mean? Like the things that I keep kind of protected and safe, and say, hey, as long as I'm keeping an eye on this, I'm keeping track of this and watching over this, it's safe and I'm protecting it. And really, that's a distrust of Jesus, right? Like Jesus wants everything. The story is very familiar to everybody, right? And almost everybody has heard this miracle that Jesus performed here in John 6. And I think that it's really adding to that same prayer that I was having earlier. It's amazing. Andrew, right? Andrew says, hey, there's a boy here with 5 barley loaves and 2 fishes. And I think that kind of reminds me of, again, that thing that we keep safe, keep protected, keep guarded, even though someone stronger has presented himself to us, which is Jesus. And Jesus does desire everything, right? He desires for us to give him everything and to trust him with everything. And so Andrew kind of does that. He's like, oh, there's this kid with 5 barley loaves and 2 fishes, but what can we do with this? And I feel like I am that way sometimes with the thing that I keep safe. It's just, well, Jesus, you don't really need this, right? I mean, it's something so small, something so insignificant. You don't need it anyway. What are you going to do with it anyway? And Jesus is kind of reminding me today, like, well, let me show you what I can do with that little thing. And so, yeah, I think that, as I've mentioned previously, like Jesus has really put me on this journey of just growing in greater trust. This is that next step I think he's calling me to. It's just the things that I probably am most struggling to let go of and most struggling to just give to Jesus is he's calling me to trust in that as well. Pretty much that's it. It's just what I'm going to pray on is, what are those 5 barley loaves and 2 fishes that I keep so sacred? When we think about the little boy, it's like, that's more than enough, for the little boy. The boy probably could have eaten that and been fine. But when he gave it to Jesus, he returned in overabundance. And not that we should seek out that reward at the end of what we give to Jesus, but we should be willing to give everything to Jesus. So what are those things for you? Drop those in the comments below. I'd love to hear that. I'm going to continue to pray on that and continue to discern those small ways that I can continue to give everything over to Jesus. And I'll leave that there. As usual, if you do like these videos, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to be notified when these go out. I upload them every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern on YouTube. I gave up Instagram for Lent, so it's not going to show up on Instagram throughout Lent, but usually it's there as well. And lastly, if you think this blessed you and you think it might bless somebody else, I would appreciate if you would share it with somebody. That would help to grow the channel, hopefully bless somebody's life. Thank you for taking the time to listen. I hope you have a good and blessed Sunday, and the rest of Lent goes well for you. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care, and God bless.